Hello everyone, welcome to 3 Screenplays Pathfinder Campaign Less Than or Equal to 2, Episode 28. We're going to do our theme and then we will get started.
There is a manticore in this dungeon, and our company is falling to its claws. But if even one companion rolls a 20 with a broadsword, we will slay the beast with one stab through its jaws, and steal the treasure from its paws to thunderous applause.
Hello everyone. So our last episode was episode 27 called Lait de Porc. Molly spent most of the journey working on the plans for her espresso machine while Felicity spoke to Irving to gather more information about the area of the world. They knew there was a unique race that lived in the last freelance of Avak with 4 arms that used a spinal sword, which was as gruesome as it sounded. The race's arms also provided the unique capability to wield 2 bows at once. After witnessing the difficulty of forming the drakeskin into sails, Molly decided her time was better spent fishing, roping Bubba into the role of grabbing the rod as needed. After praying to their respective gods, Molly heard an ominous response from Novulu as the rod's lines spun out rapidly. Bubba grabbed the rod from Molly. As he was pulled towards the railing of the ship by the catch, both Molly and Felicity tried and failed to hold him from sliding further down. Molly tied him to the yard beam of the ship before he could be pulled over the edge. The party saw in horror that the fishing line was wrapped around his arm and digging into his flesh. As Molly prepared to lob a dagger to slash the line, Felicity sent one of her growing collection of beheaded to burn the line in their flaming form. After pulling Bubba on deck, Felicity used her blade to slice the fishing line that was embedded in his arm without slicing any of his arteries while Tectune began healing his wounds. The party saved Bubba's life. Over the side of the boat, there was a deep, throaty language that the party didn't recognize. Peering over, the party saw 3 aboleths peering up, with the party recognized as intimidating ancient slavers. Molly did her best to redirect them towards a false location, but the trio couldn't be swayed. They threatened to return to their home and bring the other 17 aboleths that made up their coterie. Molly counter-threatened that there would be deaths even if they succeeded in collecting a few of the crew to enslave. The resulting battle entailed the aboleths dominating Felicity and ordering her to kill Molly, while Ruth and Tectune focused on impeding her physically and with various spells and hexes. Tectune managed to polymorph one of the enemies, while Ruth and Molly eliminated the other 2 with clever use of Molly's blinding sickness. Through some miracle, the party was mostly unscathed, with Felicity coming to right before slashing Molly, although she had a moment where she thought it might be worth it. Taking a trophy, Molly cut the head off of one of the aboleths, but after doing so decided they didn't want it and threw it overboard. Molly had a conversation about their god with Felicity, attempting to divine the nature and benefits of her relationship with Novulu. Molly then hijacked Felicity's bedroom and spoke to Novulu, having a frank conversation about a desire for worship and not merely taking from the font of power. Molly expressed a desire to show respect and also not harm her friends and Felicity. Novulu assured her that there would be guidance in the last freelance of Avak to someone Molly wished to take vengeance against. Molly asked for a progress report on the vampire book and reviewed Tectune's substantial outline, providing guidance on focusing on Maricena rather than just the people around her. The duo, both mentally exhausted, took time to rest. Molly decided to check on Bubba briefly. He was doing fine in the coffee shop. She got a coffee and asked about the cream and discovered it came from pig milk, which was not bad. Mentioning she had not eaten in 2 days to Hetty, Molly was given 2 pounds of sea drake fajitas and roughly a pound of tortillas. Molly balked, but Hetty insisted and gave her a deadline of 2 days to finish eating it. After consuming 1 pound of food until the point of pain and distension, Molly sought help from Felicity to finish the tray. The party spent a surprising amount of time talking about fiber intake and bathroom habits, as well as the poor soul tasked with changing Felicity's litter box. After some quipping back and forth, Molly left, dropped trow, and defecated over the railing. Several days passed, and the Ruby Renegade 2 sailed into the Pelagic gravestone, witnessing the array of coffins floating on the water. The party decided against looting said coffins, decided looting said coffins would be in poor taste. Felicity updated her map after seeing mountains in the distance to the east. As they neared their destination, the party noticed the port they were sent to investigate appeared to be encrusted in jewels. The party approached the port, which had an iridescent sheen to it and was covered in semi-precious and precious stones. Molly spent some time creating the Hey Kitty flag, which was a more friendly version of the Hello Kitty. The ship was moored. The party witnessed the four-armed Kasatha at work. They were strong and coordinated, although they all had coverings over their mouths and many had spinal swords. A handful were seen in a watchtower dual-wielding bows. After speaking to the workers, the party discovered that the port did not have any wares and was exclusively for imports. The party negotiated a decent price for the sea drake skin in addition to some of the meat. The party was directed to speak to the portmaster, who may have a job for the party due to their skill set. Inbound to speak with them, the party saw job postings about numerous murders of continental leaders around Talia. Compounding with the smattering of overheard conversations saying the same, Molly and Felicity deduced the murders occurred on the night of the meteor shower. And we join you having made this revelation. 1 second.
Oh, so
Hi, everyone. I just realized that the audio wasn't working. So, quick overview of what happened.
Not a lot, fortunately.
Not a lot, because I just caught this, and I'm going to delete everything else. So the party has made it into the bar.
Margaritaville.
They had a margarita because Molly realized that tequila exists, and they had a blended margarita. There's a Kasatha bartender that is doing the work in here, and Felicity has just gone to a job board and found a script on a wall next to the job board, which she had Tech2 make a copy. So, did I miss anything else that was important?
I mean, none of it has been important.
And they did pay taxes
Yeah.
and have moved up to be wealthy now.
Right.
We've got money.
Money.
We're moneyed. Moneyed.
So, you have approached the bartender, and you said...
Hey, can you translate this for me?
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming you don't speak Kasatha.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm asking if you can
Yeah.
translate it for me.
Could you please show some respect? This man makes you a perfectly blended margarita. Do you know how hard it is to get a blended margarita in a world post magic?
As they take the sheet, you see they top off your margarita and then get back to what they were doing. This is a notice about the death of the tribal leader of the Kasatha. They died that night. They were struck by a meteor.
Does that happen a lot?
No.
Oh. So is anybody investigating? Seems like there's been a lot of deaths recently.
Yeah. So you can see that they're trying to find a way to tell you about this without making things sound worse. So the last free lands of Avak, this country that you're in, we're a nomadic people. So the tribal leader, Avak, was killed, and so there were witnesses that saw that happen. There was a green-caped resident of a village that was in a nearby country, and they said to build a port here at the end of the River of Death, because the leader was not doing what was necessary to advance the people. So we built this port for that person who said we needed to do it because they had freed us from their reign and tyranny. Now, granted, not everyone feels that way. There's still the remnants of that tribe who assault the port because it was an attack on our sovereignty as a people. So
that sounds really complicated.
Okay, so the leader that was killed was not well liked by the general population.
We'll say about half the population. They were very polarizing.
Okay.
So when you ask if there's going to be an investigation, probably not. I don't think the tribe have the means to do an investigation, nor would they be able to, I think, have the capability to identify the cause.
Well, I mean, if he was struck by a meteor, I guess there's not much, like, there other than the fact that other people were also struck by meteors at the same time.
Well,
Right?
yes, and that green, the green person came and they called the meteor down. So, so they know who did it, but we built the port for them.
Can I ask? Does anyone have any idea who the green person is?
Our savior.
Beyond savior, like historically.
Do they have a name?
I'm just curious if we've heard of them. They sound incredibly powerful.
They did not give a name, but we followed them. I mean, if someone were to call down a meteor, would you resist?
No. I'd shake their hand. It sounds really awesome. But
so this port is new? This happened recently?
The port, yeah. The port came up in the past week or so. Like, that's when it really developed, but there was a small beginning of it that was placed here, which lived in... We allowed it to be here because it did not intrude. But once Avak was killed, it blossomed into what you see now, where it is jeweled and beautiful.
Yeah. In the last week?
Yes.
Man, y'all know how to make money.
But you only import, you don't export.
Correct.
Is that a rule from this person?
The portmaster...
Or is that just a general societal rule?
The portmaster said that we had nothing to export. We were only importing.
But
is that true?
Where does the money come from?
You'd have to ask the portmaster.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to just grill a random bartender about the incredibly difficult political changes that have occurred in the past.
But no, I mean, that is an excellent question. The lack of money and where it would come from is truly bizarre. How are they affording all of these resources? And they just get
How are
shipped
you
back
affording
in.
this bar? That's what I just want to understand, like, how a person is living here. Everybody seems really settled in for this being a week old.
Yeah, can you give us a rundown of your economic structure?
Yeah.
Real fast.
Maybe we should clarify. The port did exist to some degree, but then blew up in that week to become bejeweled in the way it was. I started here because I was a brewer, and it made sense to make some money off of the people who are here. They don't have money to spend on supplies, and so they're probably going to spend it on booze.
Right, because they can't buy anything.
I mean, look at us.
Interesting.
So
well, as one brewer to another, would you like to sample each other's wares?
I believe you're already sampling mine. I'd love to try yours.
Oh, I didn't know you made the tequila. It's beautiful.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it.
Well, here's a complimentary jug of Molly's brain wine.
Doesn't that only last for like a week?
Yeah. Molly just needs to find a jug of water.
Oh, okay.
But when's the last time you made brain wine?
It's been a while. I'm going to have to make more.
All right.
So it's not brain wine anymore. Okay.
No, it becomes brain wine. All that I need is a jug of water. Up to a gallon. Any more than that, it'll get a little diluted.
He pulls up a tankard of water.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you not to watch, just brewer's secrets. I promise I'm not poisoning anything. I'll take a sip with you if that's what you need. But Molly tears to wines this liquid.
All right.
She cries into it, a single tear into it, and it becomes brain wine.
All right. It is your perfectly average brain wine. Let me see.
Perfectly average.
Can I roll an influence check to just really sell it, though?
Yeah.
Okay. That's above average on the dice, and I have good influence. Oh, hell yeah. That's a 23.
Okay, I pulled up the random review generator that they are going to give you. This red Zinfandel from wherever you got it brings us better than slow death sauerkraut undertones with a smoky fluoride essence.
Smoky. It's a bratwurst. Smoky and sauerkraut.
Better than slow death sauerkraut.
Specifically.
Wow.
Love it.
I gotta sell this to a dwarf.
Oh, here's the other one. It coalesces bitchin' bubblegum elements in a hard-to-miss gingerbread perfume.
Well, I hope they like it.
Sounds like the grossest wine on the face of the planet.
It sounds like they tried to make it like really sweet and holiday themed, and it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just tastes like sausage.
It's my Christmas sausage wine.
Sausage with like pie spices.
Yeah.
Oh God. My pumpkin spice
meaty.
sausage.
Yum.
Anyway, that's what I give that guy. After this delicious blended margarita.
Also, I rolled a 19 on the flavor of that tequila.
Okay. It is good.
So, yes, unfortunately, just the politics of the Kasatha are simple. I mean, they were a tribe. You fought, and anyone who became the leader could be challenged and replaced. Or they stepped down as they grew old and were unable to advance the needs of the tribe. And the fact that the tribe has this schism could lead to their destruction. Sort of the assimilate or die.
What's the like lifespan of the Kasatha? Like, is it? I don't know.
Are you asking them or are you asking Colton?
I guess either. I don't know.
You probably have to ask them.
How old do y'all live?
I'm just curious, like, what a life cycle is like.
Yeah. Well, they live less. They live more than humans, but less than elves.
Okay.
100
So
to
somebody
100.
could be in power for like a long time.
They could, like for 75, 80, 90 years, something like that, if they start young.
Okay. Interesting. And so like the split in the community is that like, are you all still nomadic in that sense, or is one side like more tribal values and the other side not? Like, where is the difference?
The difference is where their allegiances lie, if it's to the tribe or the caped individual that saved us from Avak.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
And then the
This
people
is not so deep.
who have split from Avak now reside in the port, and we have lost some of our nomadic principles.
Okay.
Which leads to some unfortunate battles at times. And unfortunately, the only winner is the owner of the port, for the Kasatha always lose in civil war.
Interesting.
Sounds like we should talk to the leader of the port.
Yeah, Portmaster's office is just...
Yeah, you won't be able to miss it. It has a giant opal on the on top of the door.
Fancy.
Well, thank you so much for your time and these delicious margaritas. We'll go chat up the Portmaster and see what's going on. What do we owe you?
Oh, it was paid in your taxes.
Well, thank you.
What?
That's me saying you don't know anything.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yes, since we moved up. Yeah.
Because we're bitch. Because we're wealthy now.
Yeah, it's
I
not
walk out in my big blooming trousers and my big floofy hat.
Cause yeah, since I run on the copper standard, that's like a $10,000 thing you don't really have to worry about.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. Life's good. Life's so good. Okay.
So you're immediately
We're
seeking
out
out the
then.
Portmaster?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we do.
Okay. So you continue in the direction that you were going. You still have a little bit of that margarita cloud in your head. It was very strong alcohol, but it's definitely not debilitating. Just like, oh, I've had a drink and I feel kind of loose and relaxed. You see the giant opal, and we're talking like dinner plate sized opal that is just mounted above the door. But
That's
other than
creepy.
that, it really doesn't note anything different. There is a line of people that are waiting outside to speak with the portmaster. There is kind of an outside, like you can walk up and speak with someone who appears to be some sort of informational group or secretary, someone who could assist if you have questions, or you're welcome to stand in line. The line appears to move fairly quickly. It appears to move about a person a minute or so.
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to be patient. I don't know if Felicity is.
I'll stand in line for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, why don't we stand in line and see how long you can make it?
Okay.
Some like fortitude saves.
Is that a will save, probably?
I don't know.
Well,
However you would
probably.
interpret it.
So, you wait around 10 minutes and the line has moved fairly quickly. You're now about 10th person in line. So another 10 minutes and you'd probably be in there meeting with the portmaster. You see people are coming out with these little cards that have stamps on them. They, like a wax seal. You can't really see what they're doing, but they start tucking them away as they leave the office. People are coming in. One person comes out crying.
Oh gosh.
This is a gnome. And they
Hey.
and they wait.
Hey, come here.
They just start crying into your shoulder. This
Oh.
I'm gonna hold them for
or
a
this
second.
this gnome woman.
Hey, hug it out. All right, we gotta stick together here.
As she hugs you, you realize she's probably a martial character because she is hugging you tight. She has some really good arms. She's probably a monk.
Wow, you're like
Oh.
really beefy.
Say that to this crying person.
Yeah, she's just sobbing in my arms.
Thank you. I try really hard.
You wanna talk about what's going on here?
I can't talk about it. It's okay. I'll get it figured
Why?
out.
Do you need a place to crash?
No, I'm good. I have to go. Thank you, though. And she just kind of...
We got a whole ship. You need a job? You seem really strong. You don't even have to be a sailor. You could be like a cool pirate.
Well, if you're sailing to Gales, I'll take a ride.
Where's Gales?
Gales is in the center of the world is like a center island. It is called that because there is a tempest that rages around it, and it's very difficult to penetrate.
Oh.
You're gonna have to explain to me why you want to get to Gales first.
My work is there.
What's your work?
I can't talk about it.
Oh,
I
secrets.
All right, cool. I was just trying to be like solid with another gnome since I know life can be really tough for us out here. But if this is what you need to be, I get it. Have fun.
Oh.
She lifts you up in another hug and says, "Stay safe out there, sister," and runs away.
All right. Have fun in the vortex. And every time I try to do something nice for somebody here.
She wasn't being mean.
No, she just had complicated work stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't want to ride and didn't want to hang out.
So sorry.
It's okay. It's the first time you meet a gnome in years. And they're dicks. No, she was fine.
You wait another
Anyway.
7 or 8 minutes, and you're the next person in the door. Someone comes out, and you hear, "Enter."
Freaking finally. I walk in.
Yeah.
You see
Our
a
Majesty, Felicity.
calico-looking catfolk with a pair of glasses, wearing an emerald green robe, and they are sitting and writing into a book. And you see that they have like stacks of papers and notes, and you see like scrolls of telescription are periodically coming in behind them and just kind of like lining their way up. And they raise their glasses up on their face and look up at you. Oh, another catfolk. Unique dress. Are you not from the area?
No, what gave it away?
She just said what gave it away.
The outfit.
I'm not very
Yeah,
smart.
yeah. The outfit. You're not wearing traditional catfolk garb. You must not
Yeah.
be from Nerveno.
No, not. Why can we not sell cargo and buy supplies?
You can
I
sell.
mean, I know we can sell cargo, but why can't we buy supplies? You're the only port around.
Divernia is just across. It's a week journey. We just don't have the time to continue to keep things stocked.
You don't have the time?
No,
You're a port.
Did you
came in really strong.
Yeah. They kind of look over.
Okay.
If you're trying to
we-
convince me to stock supplies, you're not the first person to try.
No, I'm not trying to convince you. I just wanted an actual answer.
Because our funds need to go elsewhere rather than sitting in stock that may or may not be sold.
Oh, yeah, it's probably pretty important to like buy jewels to encrust your port with. I understand. As a fellow person that loves to look rich, I completely understand. Is that the important thing you're talking about? Because there's obviously money here.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just, catfolk to catfolk. You're obviously in a position of power here.
You are certainly blunt, if nothing else.
Can I roll?
Molly is turned away from
Yeah.
the conversation. Molly is facing the door, just like looking at Tech-Tune every now and again, just like, I can't, what?
I just, respectfully.
Roll diplomacy.
Nothing
Captain-
respectful.
Shut up.
Roll diplomacy, which would be, I guess,
Thank you.
influence.
Influence, yeah. I think I have something extra on diplomacy, actually.
I think that's if you intimidate them or something.
I believe in your power to spin this to your advantage. I don't know how.
By
but
the way, guys,
believe
I
in
am
you.
so happy I caught the audio before we were so far into it. Oh, I would have been mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good thing.
I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
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 Whatever happens here,
Okay.
you're gonna do great.
Actually, I'm going to use this to take a brief break too, so you can figure out your roles. So we're going to be right back.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. We're back. So, you are attempting to be diplomatic in requesting that they give you information, right? Do I have that correct?
Yeah. And can I use my nonchalant thuggery? Because I am being rather aggressive here.
Yeah. How
to
does
try
that
and
work again? That's just
it's
a...
just a +4 on bluff checks to hide aggressive actions. Can I use it to like attempt to smooth things over?
Let's see. I'm trying... So, is nonchalant thuggery meant to hide aggressive actions from them or from other people who'd be witnessing the conversation?
Oh, I guess I don't know. That's all I have written is nonchalant thuggery.
I'm imagining it's hiding it from other people because unless you're trying to walk back the fact to him that you were being aggressive, like I think it could work both ways. Are you trying to be like, whoa, this was not meant to be aggressive, even though it originally was, like a bluff?
Yes.
Okay, go
That's
ahead.
what
Yeah,
I was intending.
yeah, let's do
but
that. That makes
I want
sense.
to.
Yeah, because I looked it
Because
up and I think both should work. And I think you using it to walk back what you said has, yeah. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Okay, because yeah, I am reading it. Yeah, it is definitely. It seems more like a witness thing.
But I think it would make sense in the way that you want to use it too. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, thank goodness I have that. So it's a 21.
They soften their demeanor a little bit. I understand.
I'm just. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
They're like, I understand that it's frustrating that you can't purchase things at the port, but the logistics required to do that, starting up at this port, we just don't have the storage for that because everything we get is shipped off. So you could get some things potentially, but you'd be buying it from like the tavern and such. And there's not a lot of advantages there, which is again why they have to worry about their own shipping methods.
Sure. Shipped off where?
To our benefactor. It's actually shipped off to Nerveno. Make a geography. I guess it's society, right? Or is it nature?
No.
Nature. Make a nature check.
Nature? Okay, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, I have a +2 to nature. Nope, that's a 5.
You're not familiar with this country, so you're assuming, based off of your knowledge, it probably is not a wealthy country or nothing important has ever happened there, because you have some cursory knowledge of this continent. It's kind of like thinking about the world map. Like, you know where South Africa is and New Zealand and Australia and India, but you can't name everything in that area.
Yeah, I don't have knowledge of their inner workings.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you say the name one more time for me?
Nerveno.
Okay. And is that has everything coming into this port always gone there?
Yes. And they pull out, you see them kind of flipping through and they pull out a map. And so they slide the map across, which is the opposite of the way your map is. And they show you the country of Nerveno, which is just to the east. And it's the furthest, it's the country on the southeastern point of the map.
Okay. Is it far?
The thing about that area of the world, let me see if I'm pulling up the map to make sure I give you the right information.
Oh yeah, I guess I can look at mine too.
It's not far. It's like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, but there's a desert you have to go through. And then it turns into very savanna-like area of the world, so it's not a comfortable journey. But they
I imagine it's rather expensive to send everything you buy all the way over to that benefactor. They must be really good to you.
Well, the benefactor pays for everything, and they've built the port. I don't really ask questions. The life of a nomad is not one that is clothed in silks.
So you're a nomad?
I used to be part of the tribe,
Oh.
but it's not. There are benefits to both, and to be honest, I like to have the security in staying in one place and not having to haul everything that makes up my life and my people.
So we were chatting with your very friendly bartender who mentioned that there was a little bit of a split in your community recently. Were you part of that?
Oh, no. Well, not directly. I receive orders down several lines from the benefactor. Which, speaking of, you see them start looking. You're the poisoned claw, yes?
Correct.
Well, I have a... You see him pull out 2 papers. Do you want a job?
Usually.
They say, don't open this one. Under any circumstances. Open this one. This must be delivered to this one. And they pass you these 2 notes.
Okay.
I'm going to take the one that's do not open. And I'm just going to look at you, Felicity, and just be like, this is for our own good.
And when you look at it, I don't know if you can see. You probably can't, but I'm going to show. It has a seal of a censored book.
Ooh, okay, and we have that necklace.
Okay.
Oh.
And they say, you'll find everything else that you need is in here. And feel free to return, and you may have more work.
Thank you. Quick question. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I've seen this seal before. Well, without any context. Is that anything you're able to provide? Just cursory knowledge?
All I know is I receive the seal, and that gives the orders to me and others. I am not powerful enough to have more information, I suppose.
Okay. So, but this seal is something you received from your benefactor?
Yes, everything is in that seal.
Okay. Cool. I got some context.
And I'm sorry, is the dude in the green cloak and the benefactor, are they one and the same?
You're gathering that they're not based off of this conversation.
Oh. So what do you know anything about the green cloak man person?
Oh, that's why I wear this.
So you kind of are directly involved.
Well, I wear it because my benefactor, the one who called down the meteor, wore it.
Oh. So they are one in the... I'm confused. Okay.
He's wearing it to emulate the killer.
Yeah. So you have kind of a little, like, culty uniform thing going on here?
Cult is a bit of a strong word. But I wear it because people tend to treat me better if they think that I'm the one that can call down a meteor at my will.
I respect the heck out of that.
Okay. You're a sneaky type, aren't you? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for all the information.
What's the pay for this job?
Pay is...
Do we get to buy supplies?
If that's something you'd like, I could certainly speak to them. But I think you'll find that the job is its own reward. And he makes sure that you take the one. He's like, or so says my benefactor.
Okay. And so we open that one later. That's what we're supposed to.
Yeah, you could. Yep, open
Okay.
this. You can open this now. I have more people to meet with, so I'd prefer if you didn't meet here. I'm gonna have no more information on the job.
Oh, sure. You just want us to just move along.
But
You're
yeah,
done-
I'm an
Gotcha.
done with us?
intermediary.
Uh,
But
okay, yeah, I'm gonna need you to talk to somebody about buying supplies because normally we work for money, not exposure. So,
I'll make sure to do that. It was nice
Great.
meeting you, Felicity and Molly.
right. And I'm
Poison
sorry,
Claw.
what was your name?
Oh, most people don't ask my name.
We've learned to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Fool me
you-
once, shame on you.
You can call me the Ears. That's what everyone else does.
Oh, you don't have a real name?
For my own safety.
Come on.
Hey, Winston? Winston? You like Winston?
Winnie the Ears?
You
Like
can refer to
Winston?
me as Winston if you wish.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you.
He also is like, you see him pull out. Are you, sorry, I have to get the right words. Are you rodent, avian, or piskin?
I'm sorry, what?
The blood wine. Are you rodent, avian, or piskin? So you remember that catfolk remember their blood wine? It's made from different types of blood. So is it
Oh,
rodent blood, avian blood, or piskin, which is fish?
fish.
He pulls out a bottle of it's a little thinner and lighter in color, but here. And it's just a small, like a little travel bit of wine. Think of it like,
Huh.
those little twist off wines to go, and he
Mhm.
gives you one.
Oh,
From one
thanks.
catfolk to another. Enjoy.
I appreciate it.
And
Have a day.
and you have a day too.
Thank you.
All right, you leave and they go next, and the next person comes in. You now have these papers. I'll open them and send you pictures if you wish to.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm gonna send you pictures of both of them. I'm assuming you're just opening the one you're supposed to open.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be good for now.
We'll be good for now.
Get in here. I just need the chat. Okay. The one that has the white is just because I screwed up on the seal. So that means nothing.
Respect. Is it in the chat?
It
the
is,
general
yes.
chat?
It's going to be in the chat for this one. I will also let you know.
Campaign 3 chat?
Yes. Oh, did I put it in campaign 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the chat that we're in right now.
Oops, I didn't mean to be in here. That was by accident.
Oh, that's okay. That's why we were confused in the
Oof.
beginning. We're fine.
I need to
there's
delete
no reason
that
to change this.
then. Yeah, let's switch to campaign 2 so I can actually keep things straight in here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, everyone, we're going to go on a brief break while I get things switched over. And we're back! Okay, let me get to the correct thing now. So as you open this, you see that everything is written in silver. Like it actually has the metallic silver sheen.
Oh, fancy.
And you are welcome to read it if you can, or I can read it to you.
You read. Why don't you read it to us, and we'll read it at the same time? And is that in this chat?
Yes.
Yep, it's that. Red
Seek
flag,
expedition by Overn Adson of the Ensign Empire to Second Cataclysm. Retrieve documents you find. Return them to the Jeweled Port. Reward upon retrieval. So, Molly, this should ring something to you.
Okay, sorry. We were simultaneously trying to figure out the chat while you read that.
There we go.
What? Seek expedition by Overn Adson. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Is that yours?
That's a little boy I gotta meet.
A little boy.
Second Cataclysm. Retrieve documents you find. Return them to the Jewel Port. Reward on retrieval. Okay. Well, hey. Can I see? Ooh, I want to see those seals up close.
So fancy.
Looking fun. Looking fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna have to lead this informational because I don't know who this person is.
Yo, it's not going to be informational. Don't you worry.
So,
Oh,
Molly, do you
okay.
have any reaction when you open and read this?
I think Molly turns a little like pink.
Are you blushing?
Oh no. That's
Uh-oh.
blood. That's a blood flow. I'm excited. Felicity, we're gonna have some fun.
Are you like aroused right now? What's happening?
Okay, you're like going off today. You were going off today.
I just don't know. I'm not good at
You're not good at this. Is that you're telling me you're not good at this?
Hey, I just got so much information out of that catfolk. I don't
I
want
have
to
no idea how you did that.
fucking hear it.
I thought I was gonna get shot. Okay. So see this name right here?
Uh-huh.
This guy?
Mhm.
I'm gonna ruin his whole fucking life.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have a good time. I promise you. I promise you. Heads up, if things get a little Novulu-y, apologies in advance, but you're not gonna get hurt, so no worries.
See, you're the one being all aggressive. I don't know why you're coming after me right now when you are like giddy over the fact that you're gonna ruin somebody's life.
See this fucked up arm?
Yeah.
Would you want to look me in my one eye?
Looking at it.
You want to know why I can't blink? I can only wink? Is
I
that
mean,
guy?
Technically, it's still blinking.
Is
right?
this guy? Is his name right here? We don't need to get in semantics.
Okay.
So understand.
Okay. You're
that-
just very judgy when I get mean.
That's
so,
true.
you know
what?
I'm just asking for information.
Okay. I respect that. I don't mean
Sharing is caring,
be-
Molly. Do you need another margarita?
Yeah, let's go back to the bar.
All right. You make it back to the bar.
Oh my
I
God.
order a second margarita.
Oh, back so soon? Did you meet with the portmaster?
Yeah. No, long line, but helpful fellow.
Uh-huh.
The ears, do they have a name?
Oh,
They wouldn't give us a name.
I just know him as the portmaster or the ears.
Gonna need a name one of these days. Cool. Well, thank you for the margarita. I'm gonna drink it real quick, and then I've got some work to do. You know what it's like. Busy people.
All right. Well,
Molly's just full manic.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Molly just like, yeah. Something just like a switch just flipped.
do you plan, if it's something you need to go quicker, we do have some wizards that might be able to teleport you, roughly.
Ooh, do you have any divination wizards?
I'm assuming probably.
Divination focus? Yeah, if you could point us in their direction. I just realized I have no idea where we're going from that letter. I just have to look for a guy.
you know where the second
It's that-
cataclysm is. That rings.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. For some reason it didn't register that was a place. Now that you've said it in that context, I know.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, we're
fine. Yeah, there would be wizards over. There's kind of like the wizard, not wizard tower, the wizard hut. At the moment, it's
Okay.
under construction. Yeah. If you head down there and to the right, you'll encounter all the wizards. I have to let you know, some of them are very pretentious.
We're used to it.
We have one on the
Yeah,
ship. He
they're
is
horrible. I hate talking to him.
tedious.
And he kind of waves and he's like, "Do you want a margarita to go?"
I think 2. I'm like, okay, so I do weigh less than 40 pounds. I think 2 is good for me.
Oh yeah, are you like plastered right now?
I don't
After
think so.
2
Should I make con
margaritas?
saves?
Make one fortitude save to see how you're doing.
that's pretty
Oh,
good.
it's a 19 on the die plus
Yeah.
like
You know, if you had another
fine.
one, you could get a little sloppy.
Yeah.
But
Get a little floppy.
he's like, if you have a water skin or something, I'll put margarita in it.
I appreciate it, but I really love it with the blended ice, and when it melts, it just sort of like a watered down experience, and it gets kind of warm and sticky, and it's just like
He points to you, Felicity. Do you want another one?
I'm gonna say no. The last time I drank a little too much, the hangover was really
What was
really
it?
took me for a ride. It was weird.
is it orc juice?
Was it orc? I was
Is it-
trying to remember if it was orc or ogre. The really thick, sticky
Oh
stuff.
yeah, the stuff. Yeah, where it's like swallowing a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Did
sorry
not
about that.
go well. So I'm still a little sensitive, but thank you.
Well, travel safely.
Thanks, and thank you for all the info earlier. Super helpful when talking to the ear man, Mr. Ears,
Mr. Ears.
The ears.
Mr. Ears.
Mr. Ears.
And they wave as you leave, and you find that this city is intuitively laid out.
Mhm. Well, it's
you
a
see-
week old.
No, it's not.
I know.
You see this it's a large round building, so you can see why it would be called a hut.
Mm.
And you're able to walk inside. They have like velvet curtains that cover the door, and you walk in and you smell a very faint scent of incense that's kind of wafting in this space.
Real quick, on my way over, I want to be thinking about like the alternatives to using a teleport service. Like,
Yeah.
how else would we get there?
I mean, we have a boat.
Yeah, like by boat, what would be the travel time?
Well,
Oh, I guess we haven't been able to resupply, so we'd have to go to that other port probably.
Yeah.
so it would
We had
take
a
you
month's worth.
4 weeks to reach Talfreyot, or 5 weeks to reach Kors. Kors is going to be 2 or 3 weeks from the second cataclysm. Talfreyot would be 4 weeks. So it depends
this
on
is
do you
like
want
a
to.
month and a half, 2 months.
Fuck
Thing.
that. Yeah, we're not doing that. All right, to the Wizard's Tower, the Wizard's Hut, to
All
the
right.
Sunglass Hut in the mall.
So you're in the hut and you see a bunch of wizards in a bunch of the different colleges
Mm.
that you had come up with, and I have adopted as part of the world now. There doesn't seem to be anyone particularly in charge. It just seems like the group of wizards are in this space. It's essentially just a sort of collective gathering area. Some people are like comparing spell books and writing things over, or some are practicing their magic.
It's a communal workspace.
The one thing that's interesting here is you don't see mid to high level magic hardly anywhere in this world, but you are seeing some wizards where you can even feel the radiating power off of them.
Mm.
Okay.
Can I use as part of my commanding entrance, when I first enter an area, as a free action, I can spend a mythic point to roll diplomacy to modify attitudes.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Can I go ahead and do that?
Yeah,
Just
this is
to
the perfect time
maybe-
to do that.
Yeah, it's absolutely the perfect time.
I love your guys' utility stuff that we
It's
get
so
to
much more
use.
Thank you.
fun. Yeah.
So it's 10 feet per mythic tier, so I've got 20 feet
Yep.
of range on this.
Creep right into the center of the room and then make your entrance.
Plus additional person equal to charisma modifier, which is plus 5.
Okay. You could
Damn.
probably get 60% of the people in this room
Okay,
with
great.
the range on top of that extra.
So it's an 18.
So, and it's commanding entrance, or what is it?
Yes. Commanding entrance. When you first enter an area, make yourself known to strangers. As a free action, spend 1 mythic power and roll diplomacy or intimidate check to modify attitudes of everyone within 10 feet per mythic tier, and then additional person equal to charisma modifier.
Okay. And you said you got what?
An 18.
Okay. So,
Unless you want to help me with this.
I'll try to help. Let me try to help. See, because if I do, then we can get it up to 20.
Yeah,
And I do actually.
you rolled
By
better than I
some
did.
miracle of help.
okay. So
So she's got a 20.
how do you announce
I do
yourself
the jazz hands.
when you enter? Like, do you like, or do you do something to just make yourself known that you've entered into the space?
No, I think a good throat clear and step into the center of the room. I look for maybe the most ostentatious / not necessarily powerful, but just the person that thinks they're in charge.
Okay. There is a gentleman, darker skin, white beard, has a kind of a turban look, flowing robes of gold, and just covered in necklaces and gemstones, multiple rings on each finger, and he has a censer that's hanging from his hip that's emitting the incense that you're smelling in this room. And he is sitting in this very plush chair, and as you enter the room, he just, well, we seem to have someone of import who's come in here. Speak your
I
name.
have to say, I am Captain Felicity. This is Molly.
You know, yeah, no, don't worry about it.
And I have to say, I love how shiny you are.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I was hoping so.
Well, how can I help you?
We're looking for just a little teleportation spell and maybe some divinity magic. Just easy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Primarily just to get someplace and a scroll to get back situation.
I'm sure wizards as powerful as you all can absolutely help us out. I'm assuming for a price, of course.
Well, that's wise of you to already be planning prices. Is one of you a caster? Because I have to tell you, the chances of you getting back without an arcane caster would be a little difficult.
I am technically an arcane caster.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, can you send us with something for the road?
It requires an execution of someone who knows what they're doing. I can get you there easy enough. The question is, are you willing to pay to get there accurately? So let me, if you're not familiar, do you know teleportation magic?
No, I work primarily in infusions. I'm an alchemist.
Oh, I see.
But I do work in that arcane world.
Are we gonna have to take our wizard with us?
You see as he goes in. So teleportation is more of you feel it you measure with your heart, not with measuring cups.
Oh.
And depending on where you're going, it depends on how accurate I will be. I hope that you're going someplace that is memorable.
Oh, the second cataclysm.
Oh, I see. Are you sure you want to be right at the second cataclysm and not at a town near the cataclysm?
Yeah, I guess town would probably be good. Is there one close by? I'm assuming.
Well,
I'm not overly familiar with the area, if I'm honest.
Well, let me see. I have been to Far Reach and Mariona. Far Reach is Elven and it's like way in the upper left. It's like the northwestern city. Mariona is in Lavea. Mariona is a little further, but it's a major city. So if you need to get supplies, Far Reach is not going to necessarily have everything there. So you guys lived in this continent, right? I can't remember where you guys are from, to be honest.
I don't think I lived in this continent.
Hold on, let me get the...
I know, weird, right? Where were you born?
Hold up. Here we go. I thought I was from,
Was it Corgenda?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm...
Where is that?
You lived on Quinzit.
Right.
I guess I'm from Talia.
Okay, so if you're from Talia, Molly, why don't you make a... You can make either a nature check or a society check.
I'll do society. It has been like 100 years since I've been on the continent. Truthfully, I've stayed away. Let me see here. That is, I think, 16.
Okay. You know that the second cataclysm occurred in the Elven Forest, which used to be the Elven Kingdom. And since the Blight happened, the only real remaining even part that is primarily Elven would be Far Reach. The elves kind of dispersed after their forest was destroyed, except for those who live in Far Reach, which they're isolationist for the most part.
Okay. So that might be a rough place to go even for us anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
not seeing...
He also says, and you said you got a 16, right? So you would also know, Molly, Lavea, if anyone is an arcane caster and they can identify it, that is an imprisonable offense.
Okay. And how does what I do fit into the arcane world? Because I wanted to ask you that conceptually, just talking to the wizard.
I wouldn't do anything in front of them that you aren't comfortable doing in front of a judge in that area.
Okay, so but like bombs too, maybe?
I think the bombs would probably be okay. I would just use caution.
Yeah.
The fact
yeah.
I was there whenever I was younger, before I had really become studied in that area.
Okay. I don't know. I think the main city's probably our best bet. I think that trying to like ingratiate ourselves with an isolationist culture, and somehow get supplies out of them, probably not our strong suit.
I can teleport you very close to Mariona, but outside of the borders of Lavea.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Now, let's see.
How about but you said getting back. And as an alchemist, you don't think that I'm gonna be capable of using the teleport effectively?
No, I don't think so. You would need to be like a psychic, a sorcerer, a summoner, or a witch.
Well, how much to are any of your compatriots looking for an internship?
Into Lavea?
I'm rolling an influence check here. I promise you, the quality of experience here is unmatched. They wouldn't be required to enter the city. Obviously, that would be unheard of. But wait outside while we get the necessary supplies for the trip. It's a quick quick turnaround trip. Very, very easy. We'll have them back within less than a week, I would say, most likely. And my influence check, do you want to help at all?
I will say,
Yeah, made it.
because you're going through Lavea, that is a difficult ask for wizards.
I rolled a 28.
Why don't we? I mean, can we? Do we have to do this right now, or can we go back and talk to our ship wizard?
Our ship wizard's such a prick. If they don't do it, we can talk to our ship wizard.
They're all gonna be.
Yeah, but what if we can get it? What if we can get an eager young teleporter who's just looking for world experience and isn't a dick? And then maybe yeah.
I will say it requires at least a 5th level wizard.
Okay.
So they're not going to be interns.
Yeah.
Level wizards.
I know, and we're willing to pay. This is like a maybe externship. I don't know how you just. Yeah, their can pay is absolutely negotiable.
You see an old man. They appear very withered. Think of like a drow who's on his last legs, and he goes, "How much are you paying?"
Sir, how old are you?
Calling me a bitch earlier?
No, I'm just concerned about how much are we paying? How much do you think it costs? What is it worth to you, this journey?
How much is it worth to you?
Well, the cost of the spell, obviously. And then 10 gold a day.
Well, good luck. Wish you the best.
Can we do some sort of roll to know what this is worth?
Like any sort of appraisal? Is that craft?
Yeah, well, spellcraft or
spellcraft.
So yeah, so I think that would be your
That's
best
a 28. Wait. 29. Sorry, it went up last level. I forgot.
Okay.
I've got a plus 11.
So caster level times the spell level times 10 gold pieces. And then on top of it. Oh, wait, hang on.
I'm trying to figure out like the cost of like daily to keep somebody comfortable and around.
Especially because it's in a dangerous area. Like if he's caught, he would be imprisoned unless he could teleport away. But
hazard pay. Well, he's 90,000 years old.
So the cost of a scroll of teleport. Do you want greater teleport or regular teleport?
What?
Sorry, the microphone cut out a little.
Do you want greater teleport or regular teleport?
The differences being
accuracy.
Remind me.
So regular teleport will bring you within let's see.
How much gold
I'm trying to figure out exactly what happens.
48,000 right now. Okay. I brought money.
Okay.
So it's a percent of the distance that's traveled. If things go, yes, percent of the distance that was to be traveled off target. So you're traveling quite a while. So you could be I mean, if things go...
So we want a greater teleport.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So that is going to be this guy. The spell alone, one of them, to get you there is going to be about 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then whatever you pay them on top of that spell.
What if we did like 10K?
10K, get there, get back, and then so it'd be an extra 2,000 for a week of work.
4,000.
4,000. Oh yeah. All right, wizards.
The old
There's some
man
negotiating.
is sitting
The
there.
old man.
The old drow.
If anyone's looking for adventure, if anyone's looking to cut their teeth, I understand that it's fun to practice playing magic in a little sunglass hut. But if anyone wants to get out there and see what the real world is, take on the anti-magic community and win, because we have a long track record of winning. Techtoon, show them our logs.
Techtoon
We're
is like
offering-
shocked at the way that you're speaking to these people and is very quiet.
We're
Just-
offering 10,000 gold. All we ask is 2 uses of greater teleport and your company. We will keep you safe. We will protect you. We are very, very good at that.
When you said
Either way.
playing magic in a sunglass hut, there were several people who you could see were looking, and one of them started pulling out and rifling through their spell book. The old man is still there. He's like, 10,000 gold. I can do that.
10,000 gold.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we're in.
All right, let me grab my things. You see him pick up a marble that fell on the ground. Let's go. He drops it in his pocket.
I love this dude. I don't know if I trust this dude. I love this dude. I don't know if I trust this dude.
This is gonna either be amazing or it's gonna go horribly wrong.
Okay. We gotta
And you
get some people. Huh?
I'm assuming you're going to provide food and such on the journey.
Oh, interns are required. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
this is the
We got you.
BYOB.
Yeah, we got you. Don't worry.
You see him go over. And you, little friend, what are you? And he just is looking over, and Techtoon is... Techtoon. Goes,
Techtoon is an incredibly dangerous divine caster, so just, yeah.
I can tell. Look at him. He's covered in scars.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Techtoon is a battle shaman, so he has scars all over his
Oh,
body.
sure.
Oh.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Plus, he
I
has
get
an
it.
albino peacock.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's a kill count, you know.
Yeah. She's a murderer. I've
Fantastic.
seen her rip the face off of many a goblin.
You
So
see,
we
they
gotta
start
run back-
walking, and it's very slow. They're using their cane
God.
every step. So
Okay.
where am I meeting you?
Do you want to meet us aboard our ship?
Sure. Where is it? I'm assuming in the docks, but which one?
Yes. Yeah.
It's the Ruby Renegade 2.
Ah,
TOO.
okay.
Just so you don't get confused.
All
Hard
right,
to
I'll make
miss.
my way there. And he
Okay.
starts
We'll,
with his
see you
very
there.
slow walk over.
Okay. I'm going to lean into you and be like,
Yeah.
we haven't paid him yet. We can check with our ship's caster.
Oh.
If you want to check with our ship's caster to see.
Yeah. I mean, we probably have time
Yeah.
before he gets there.
Yeah, let's go just do some double checking with our ship's caster and just see what our... Can I do a quick contract review on the way there? To see what our ship's caster is obligated to help us with?
Yes. He agreed to help you on the ship.
On the ship exclusively.
Well,
Is there any clause for like external assistance?
He is not obligated. He can refuse.
Okay. Well, let's go ask him.
I'm gonna need a reminder on his name.
Lemaire.
Lemaire, remember?
Thank you. That's right, Ocean Boy.
Like lemur.
So you've made it to the Ruby Renegade too. You lost sight of the old wizard rather quickly.
Uh-huh.
Can we ask Tectoon to accompany the old wizard? Just so that he's like... It's like a show of faith. In case the old wizard dies in the street on the way.
You start to offer and he goes, "Sure, little friend, let's talk about different magics. I am not very well versed in divinity." And you see as they're walking. And you watch as he casts, and Tectoon is now on a little platform, because the guy is now carrying Tectoon on this little floating disc.
Okay,
Which is just crawling. And he goes,
I love this guy.
Can we keep him?
We can absolutely keep him. I just want to check with Lemaire, because if Lemaire will do it for like 30
Wait, did we get this dude's name?
Nope.
No, the old drow.
God damn it.
Hey, old drow. We'll get it. Don't worry.
So as you make it to the Ruby Renegade 2, you see the wizard and Tectoon and Lemaire having a conversation. When
they're
walk
all just
up
there?
Yeah, you make it there and they're already having a conversation.
Oh, cool.
And you see as they're... Lemaire looks a little peeved.
We did hire them for teleportation.
Yeah.
But they're having a conversation. But Lemaire is like, "I came from the Sansuna College." He's like, "That's a divine college. Like, are you sure about your credentials?" And Lemaire is like, "I am a fine caster. I have helped them with storms." Like...
Storm, Lemaire, storm.
Singular.
One storm. But Lemaire, you held your weight. Fantastic. Will not make a pot of coffee, but that's his thing. Get it. You know, some people are sticklers about their contract. They need to set boundaries. I understand. But I'm happy that you all met. Lemaire, this is our...
Did you hire him to do the other parts of the travel that are not in my contract, like additional wizard?
Tectoon, why are you getting all wizard talk with me?
This is Lemaire, but I'm horrible.
You went so hard into Tectoon. Yep. I know what you meant. I just
being an asshole.
I was just being a dick. We just had some heavy teleportation needs for something that we just weren't sure you'd be interested in committing the time and effort. It would have been a couple weeks off the ship, and given your
contract,
given your necessity to stick to the pure nature of the contract, we thought it was more prudent to contract outside of that.
He seems okay with this. I understand. Okay.
Yeah. We just weren't.
So do you need anything from me? I mean, I'm assuming I'm still contracted with the ship, yes?
Yes, we need you to keep the ship safe, keep people off, keep it warded, all the fun stuff. But the ship will probably be here in port for the next week. Oh, speaking of which, we should talk to some people about docking fees.
I'm sure it's already taken care of.
Okay. Could we double check with the first mate to make sure? It would just suck to come back to an impounded ship. Not that you would do that to us, Colton, but also if you did that to us, that was low.
But it would also be really funny.
It would be really funny to steal our ship back. Again.
It's got like a boot on our ship.
It has a dimensional anchor attached to it.
You've been parked here for 6 weeks.
Yeah. By the way, old man, we never caught your name.
Yeah, who are you?
What's funny is my name is Olman.
Olman?
Olman.
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 Great. That'll be easy to remember.
I hope so. So, questions for you. Who's all coming?
Yeah.
You can bring some friends. I'm assuming you two.
Yeah,
Ruth?
can we bring a
Ruth,
cart?
right.
Yeah, Ruth.
Cart?
Can we fit a cart? Because we're gonna need to travel. Otherwise we're probably gonna have to like buy a cart. And this dude he needs some.
I'm checking to see.
He's not gonna walk for a week.
Let's see. You can bring 1 additional willing creature or equivalent per 3 caster levels. A large creature counts. 2 huge counts as 4 medium creatures.
I think we're just gonna need to buy a cart.
Mm.
It sounds like we're gonna need to buy a cart.
Yeah, let's just do people.
I'm trying to see how many he can take. Hang on. Oh, you can bring. Oh.
So 4 right now, including him. 5 with Ruth.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because he can bring along objects as long as their weight does not exceed your maximum load.
Mm.
How much can Ruth lift?
Not a cart.
Okay.
So you, Ruth, Tectoon, anyone else coming with us? Hetty, thank you for the coffee, dear. He just
Hetty's not on
made
coffee.
himself at home.
Hetty is not on coffee.
Hetty ran it up for
It's
me.
fine.
She was quite
Aw.
nice. I met
That is
Bubba.
so
What a
sweet.
singing voice. Ah,
Yeah,
the aria.
Bubba's a hero. They're champions, truthfully.
And you see he
think
sets it
that's
on
it.
his floating disc with Tectoon, his coffee.
That is handy as heck. I gotta figure out how to make me one of those.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is Tectoon, 4 is Ruth. Does Hans count?
Oh, I didn't hear of Han. Where is Han?
Han?
Can Han just hang around Ruth's neck and it's
Yeah,
fine?
Han's
Oh.
under the Hawning.
He pulls out the
Hawning.
and he goes, "Oh God, weight loss surgery."
Yeah, sometimes a gastric bypass goes way too far, and you're just bypassing like everything.
Yeah, it's a full
But he
body
looks great,
bypass,
right?
Yeah, wow, great
wild with
skin.
that liposuction.
Yeah. Awesome.
I
Han,
think
good
I
to
can
see you.
manage to take Han along too. Oh, he's
Okay.
got a
'Cause I'm gonna
blowgun.
leave the first
Yeah.
mate in charge.
Respect.
So Irving is there, and he's like listening to the conversation. He's assuming you're going to tell him what's going on.
Yeah. I'll pull Irving aside and have a captain first mate conversation. Look, we took this job. We're gonna have to go to the second cataclysm.
And he's like, okay, ship can't come.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need you to run things here and make sure nobody dies, commits mutiny, spends all our money, the
I
usual
have the money,
stuff.
don't worry.
I just, and if you can sweet talk the ears into selling you supplies, that's fine. If you need to go across to the other port to buy supplies in case we're gone for like an amount of time, please do.
He goes, "Are you going to leave any funds from the Drake scale sale?"
Yes, we will. I thought we'd already done that.
Oh no, we hadn't. We
Okay.
needed to do the split cost.
Yeah. You guys will get your cut, and we'll leave maybe a little extra for ship maintenance.
Irving's like, "Yeah, I can manage that. He could probably teleport you back to the ship, I'm assuming, if we stay docked."
We should double check with them.
We're assuming a lot of things about this man's skills, but it should be fine.
If nothing else, you can have a scroll of telescription and then get to wherever they are.
Great. Doing math. But you don't have a problem with all of that, do you, Irving? I mean, technically it's in your contract, so you can't really have a problem, but I just, person to person.
Nah, I don't mind playing captain for a little while.
Okay.
I trust you, Irving.
Basically, the Drake scale bought us the wizard and paying off the crew with like a couple thousand extra, just so you know.
Cool.
Didn't pan out perfectly.
Do you want to leave the couple thousand extra with Irving?
Yeah.
Or is that going to completely decimate us?
No. It's like 8,000 extra. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay them out total. So the crew payout on that was 10,925.
Yeah, they're happy.
If we're
Yeah.
paying full value for the Drake scales, even though I think that there should be some negotiation in there since we did the entirety of that work by ourselves.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna leave an extra 2,000 to the first mate specifically for supplies and like
mooring
maintenance,
and
crew
whatnot.
stuff, whatever needs to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also going to leave a 300 gold budget for Hetty and the crew in the kitchen to try to really like soup up the look and like the coffee bar and the dining area to just sort of to really enhance the ambiance. Just since they'll have a week of downtime basically.
Okay.
Is like I think we can up our optics here.
All right. The coffee bar renovation fund.
Yeah. So
Hetty, as you give her the money, she's like, "Are we trying to attract external customers or just internal customers?"
I think both.
You
We're
want
gonna
to
see what happens.
just
We are not a restaurant.
Like it won't be. It's not like my vision's coming together, Hetty.
I just have to say,
And
I
then-
don't letting other people roam the ship to come to the coffee bar.
It's not gonna be like that. It's more like if we have people on board the ship for whatever reason, they need to know. They need to know.
I'm not planning on letting our
How-
prisoners use the coffee bar.
No, not the prisoners. I'm just saying like diplomats. Things like that. They need to know how much we value our crew, but they also need to know too how much extra money and coolness we have to just put wherever we want.
Would you like me to upgrade the crew quarters?
Can she do that with 300 gold?
How much more gold did
Thinking
you need to
about the
upgrade
2,000,
crew quarters?
I mean, like she could,
Oh,
like if that's supplies
If you want to dip
and
in, yeah. If you want to dip into that, we could work on upgrading the crew quarters.
Okay.
Hetty, do you have anyone who can help you with the food stuff?
like like cooking or
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a great cook. I just feel like if you're taking on this extra responsibility,
oh,
like,
Bubba will
with
help, and we have other
operations
members
work.
of the crew will help out.
okay, can I give Hetty a promotion?
yeah.
Hetty, you're director of operations now. You are still head chef, and we're gonna need you on like the important cooking.
Irving looks at
But,
you
like-
like, what?
It's not real, Irving. It's fine. Just let Molly do her under captain thing.
It's also
Nothing
it's
changing.
also still under you, Irving.
Nothing
Pirate
changing.
law, captain, first mate, everything else.
Nothing's changing with the
Sorry,
contracts,
captain,
Irving.
under
Let's
captain,
just-
first mate, everything else.
Molly needs to play house. It's okay.
Molly's playing ship and doing very well, thank you.
Okay.
Irving is like looks to Felicity.
Yeah, it's fine.
I get it. You're old, all right. There's new ways of running a business. No.
All right. After you give on the fly promotions,
Yeah.
you seem to have everything settled. Is there anything that you want to do here? Because at this point, Ullman is
Mhm.
starting to work on his teleportation spell, and he's like,
Okay.
he has his book floating, and the pages are flipping, and he's starting his
God,
little.
he's so cool. No, I think we just get everybody up and ready.
All right, and he says, "Clasp my hands, please."
So we have rations on us and all of that, right? Can we pull? I just want to make sure that we're fully prepared for something to go wrong.
Oh yeah.
Here? So I would like to fill my pack and make sure I have
Yeah, can
a
we
couple days
can
worth
we
of
bring like a
rations.
week's rations?
Yeah.
For 5 people, sweet.
Sweet.
So you've got a week's rations.
Okay. Thanks. I just wanted to say that.
You knowing the world, you may want to take 2 weeks of rations.
Okay.
Okay. So you have 2 weeks of rations for your entire crew. Ullman, you all grab his hands and you're in this circle, and he starts muttering something in this arcane language, and you start to feel this shimmer as these kind of beams of light start to draw around you, and then everything goes dark for a hot second, and it's just absolute silence. And suddenly it's like you open your eyes, and you are currently in a forest with mountains over to your right, and you are outside of Lavea in the deep forest.
Okay.
You can see
Felicity throws up.
you can see Mariona in the distance, which is the capital of
teleportation.
Lavea. There's a very large castle. And overlooking from this area, there's a slope that leads down. And in the town, you see temples to every god that you can think of.
Wow.
And this is like lawful, chaotic, neutral, evil, good, all of that. Everyone is here.
Oh, you can go.
Yeah,
say hi
I'm
to
probably gonna
Novulu.
have to go say hi. It just seems like respectful. I do have so thoughts before we depart from here. Obviously, we're gonna need to go to the city to get like a cart and some donkeys or horses, or ponies, or goats or something to pull the cart. But I think that it would be a mistake to bring you, Ullman, into the city with us. Is divine casting allowed? Do I know that? Do we talk about that?
Divinity
Okay,
is
sweet.
allowed.
They have temples everywhere, of course. So, Tectune, you can come with. Ruth, would you be comfortable hanging out with Ullman here and sort of making camp, getting him cozy?
Ruth has already started making a fire, and Ullman is pulling out a pipe and putting some tobacco in it, and just lights a small flame off his finger and just starts puffing, and sits back on his floating disc.
Awesome. Well, Team 1, we're going to go into the city, get what we need. Team 2, you just stay here and be comfy. Ruth, Han, and Ullman. And obviously, Ullman, just shoot us a sending spell if something goes crazy and you need to pull us back or you need to go somewhere else, all right?
Works for me. Do you want to leave your potions or extracts or mutagens?
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what you do.
Yeah, I don't do mutagens. You know, a lot of alchemists really rely on that, but I find them unnecessary for the work, you know? I focus on the explosions and then the poisons. So I'll
and some
stick
of your
with the bombs.
equipment is glowing.
Oh, do they not like magic items?
Sometimes. It depends on if you're looking at the really orthodox people. If you can prove it was created by divine magic, you will certainly be fine.
Okay, I don't know that. I'm gonna tuck all of my magic shit in my bag of stuff. My haversack.
Okay.
Including no, the haversack's magic.
This
is a trap. It's all a trap. We should probably hide all this shit here.
Am I gonna have to strip? Most of my equipment is magical.
That's true, yeah. Your coat and your Yeah, I'm gonna put all my magic shit. I'm still gonna keep my bombs and my poisons on me.
He's puffing as he's watching you come to the realization of where you are.
I'll hide my magic dagger in my shoe.
In your shoe.
In my shoe, in my boot. And everything else is gonna go in the haversack and it's gonna hang here.
He offers you guys the pipe if you guys want to take a puff off of it.
Thank you.
It's very savory. There's some clove to it.
Hot Italian?
So
what is Italian?
With gingerbread?
I don't know. It just tastes like paprika and fennel and like cayenne.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's tobacco with clove.
I'm smoking cloves.
Clove, Felicity?
No, I'm really sad about having to take off my coat.
Well, it's
Am I
not.
obviously glowing? It's not like
Is the coat glowing?
The
Well,
coat
I
is
just
not
don't know.
glowing, so
okay. I'm gonna leave my hat and cloak on and my coat, but I guess I'm gonna have to take off my gauntlets. And I'll strip my jewelry. I think that's everything. Yeah, because I just had the diadem.
I forget how much magic stuff you guys have.
Yeah, well, we just like spent
My armor is fine.
30 episodes robbing people, basically, and killing them.
Okay, so I'll leave my pirate hat, my cape, my coat, and then keep my armor on because that's just +6. And
Oh yeah, it's not magical either.
Tectoon
No.
whispers to you, don't forget to take your gold out of the haversack. Because you need to pay for stuff.
Our gold. Oh yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna have to take. How much gold should we take?
Gold's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we take it just like 2 Gs?
Sure. At least we can always come back. I mean, how far of a... We can see the city.
Yeah, it's probably like a 45-minute walk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll leave it with the Bank of Ulman.
Yeah.
Ullman goes, I can watch that for you. He just seems he seems bemused that you're trusting this guy with all of your money. The wizard known for teleportation is now holding all of your money.
Well, I could give it to Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth has
but she's like
hang on to the
busy
thing.
doing actual things.
The thing is you're being a leisurely old man, which is what you're supposed to do as a wizard. We understand that. There's no judgment there. So it's just like, who's not doing anything? Oh, we could give it to Han. He'll hold it in his mouth. No
We could,
offense, Han.
strap it to Han, but that's kind of a... I mean,
Yeah.
anybody can take that from Han. We'll give it to Ruth.
Yeah. I'm going to bring...
Ullman happily passes it
3
over to
Gs.
Ruth.
Great, thank you.
Sweet. I'm going to bring 3 Gs.
Okay.
All
All right. Feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Mhm.
We'll see you guys in a little bit. Don't die or whatever.
Han says, you could take me with you.
Do you,
I think
you
it's
wanna
good to have
go,
another
Han?
lookout, Han. Would you like to come?
I don't get to go anywhere with you guys. It'd be fun to, like, hang out.
It
Plus,
would
I
be
have a
fun, but
blowgun.
also you're like very necromantically magic?
That's divine.
It's divine?
Some of it, most
Sweet,
of
come
it.
on.
Yeah.
I pick up Han and I immediately put Han on Molly.
I think that's one of the first times Felicity's ever touched me.
I just touched your string thing. I didn't touch you.
Molly finds like a tall walking stick to put Han on from the top.
And his hat is covering his body.
Yeah. So he's like,
You don't want him on you?
No,
Does he like gross you out or something?
it's more I want him to have some autonomy, not like as a necklace. Show him some damn respect.
So you are now walking your way into Mariona. You encounter some people that are traveling on this road that you've been in. This is a very beautiful area. It's very verdant. The forest is beautiful. Everything seems to be maintained. And you reach this great wall that has divine symbols of the gods plastered all over it. And you see a guard in glowing plate mail wielding a spear that is flaming up at the top with a white holy flame.
Oh, so he's fucking allowed to glow, but I can't
Yeah,
glow?
but he's all radiant bullshit. Just, it's paladin garbage.
Ugh.
Paladin garbage, okay?
And you see on his sword, there is a mouth with fangs and a silver tongue coming out of it. Make a religion check.
Sure.
That's a 10.
That is
That's a 9.
this is Scythian, the goddess of lies.
Who?
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, funky.
And as you approach, he looks down at you through his plate mail helmet.
Hmm.
Do you wish to enter
Okay.
Mariona?
Sure do.
Do you have any magic upon you? And you feel this blast of energy kind of wash over you, and you realize you are in a zone of truth.
I mean, just our divine caster.
Yeah. Tectune, would you like to reveal anything about magic you need to?
We have an undead dude up there on that staff. He's mine.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's not mine, but I claim ownership of him if it is needed because he has no body.
Or do we have Zani and Donnie? Are they at the camp, or do we leave them on the ship?
I left them.
Yeah.
He looks at both of you, and he looks over at you, Molly. Have you eschewed a lifestyle of arcane magic?
Absolutely.
So you can cast, right? Through potions.
I make potion. You didn't really tell me what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If that's a lie, let me know
You
what I
can make a
have to do to
bluff
lie.
check, an influence,
And
because it's
an influence.
like a half lie. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try and assist, and I do. +2.
+2, so 8 plus. That's not great. I'm gonna assured skill that.
That's better.
Hell yeah. So 29.
Yes, you managed to make it through very easily. He nods and slams his spear down on the ground, and the gate opens. Stay safe in Mariona. May the gods be with you, whomever you so choose.
And also with you?
I'm gonna let that one hang in the air for a second.
He nods and gives you a sly smile as you enter in the...
Okay, and we haven't passed the temples or anything. Those are all inside the city, right?
Correct.
Sweet.
You did see that there was like a small camp further off to the left that appeared to be heathens.
Oh, that's fun. I bet they're fun.
But you have entered into this city, quite beautiful, well constructed. You see divine symbols everywhere, like on windows, on bricks, some of the steps. Like it's oppressively religious.
Sick. I hate everything about this. Felicity does. As someone who is not religious.
Well, I mean, Molly does too. Molly's not stoked on
I mean,
this.
but you're aligned.
Yeah, but also like aligned with a bit of hesitance still. Still like committed but terrified.
Are you looking for the Temple of Novulu?
I imagine I'm gonna find it.
Is it?
But did you want to do it now?
Yeah, I think we should probably knock that out of the way.
Okay. So you don't necessarily know a lot about Novulu aside from who they are. But you feel almost like an internal compass that guides you, and you are quite close to the Temple of Novulu. What you see is this very tall, dark, deep purple and almost night blue temple that comes up, and there are chains and different torture implements that kind of hang from there. There's a rack outside. There are also is a graveyard nearby that there's someone currently burying bones that aren't connected to anyone at this point. So
Okay. That's gross.
there's a light purple and blue flame that kind of glows on each side of the door. You see someone in those same robes who has a black cat that is sitting on top of their kind of, not reception desk, but think like a podium of sorts on the outside.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "That's a cute cat. You should get a bigger one."
I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm so offended.
The man chuckles. Is this one of your pets?
No.
I'm gonna leave you.
That's where the joke kind of has to end before either of us gets hurt.
Oh, I didn't know if they were beholden to you as one of those you tortured.
Oh, no.
Do you
They're
come
off
bringing
limits.
tithes for Novulu?
I can tithe.
Yeah, you could torture Han.
Yeah. Can I make an interpretation as to like what they want as a tithe?
Yeah.
Like a spellcraft check. That's a 16. Or if it's a religion, it's a 10.
Yeah, that's probably better.
I think that's more.
They are
reasonable.
happy to take money as well as like
okay.
you can torture someone, but being that you don't want to torture your friends, you are very low.
I didn't really bring anybody else. Otherwise, I'm like torturing this guy, which I kind of want to do. What kind of check would it be to know? I was like, what if I just like tortured this guy? What if I brand him with the Novulu mark right here in front of the temple?
Make a religion check at disadvantage because you aren't part of the religion. So you're basically going off of what can I intuit.
Should I assured skill or should I add a d6, Victoria? Really?
Oh, well,
Do I?
that's obviously
yeah.
not the answer you
No.
wanted.
I just like, yeah, if you think that's the call, yeah, I'm going to add a d6.
Really?
Sorry. That's still really good. That's that is exactly a 20.
You feel that it could please Novulu, but it may cause issues with the temple. So it depends on where your loyalties lie and how much you want to be involved with this temple potentially. Because there's probably benefits within there, you would assume.
So I'm just going to take a moment and I'm just going to like flick through the torture implements on my wrist, like in front of this guy.
All right, they're just gonna keep
until
shifting
I
in multiple.
until I get to the brand.
All right, which is spittering and sputting.
Yeah.
Sputtering and
Know now,
spitting.
know now before you, Molly says. The chosen of Novulu lies. And with the implements wrought by her hand, I will not only offer a tithe, but a gift. And I'm going to burn the mark of Novulu into this dude's forehead.
They scream as you feel the pressure and feeling. You push hard enough that you feel it. How hard are you pressing?
I'm like, I think in this moment, Molly's committing to what this is, to the act of this experience. She's not trying to like break a forehead, not trying to like break bone, but like, she's not half-assing this.
You feel it like a gentle pressure, and then you feel it connect with the skull.
Okay, that's when I pull away.
All right. The bits of burnt flesh some of it comes off on your brand, and then it slowly burns and falls off as ash. And he just looks down with the tears in his eyes, looks back up at you. and goes, "Thank you."
I'm gonna give him how much is a potion of cure light wounds?
You just tortured him.
50. Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 50 gold on the table if the pain becomes too much.
I would say that you don't want to do that because
I don't want to do that.
It's counterintuitive for torture to then take care of
I
someone.
appreciate that. I appreciate that advice. Okay. Then I pull it away.
And he kind of, with the tears in his eyes and some blood running down his face, he kind of points to the inside of the temple.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the temple.
All right. As you enter the temple, you hear crying and screams and pain. But you can't see any of it.
Yeah. I turn to Felicity and Tectune. Are you guys making any attempt to follow me in? Sorry,
I'm making it. Because I got hungry.
Yeah. You do not have to. And that's like, I'm making like an eye contact that's just like, you don't have to come in here.
I think I'm gonna hang out front and just like give you space to do that. Because one, I don't really want to go into a temple. It makes me feel icky. And yeah, this, especially not this one.
Yeah, no, it's a...
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that face at both you and Tectune and all you, Tectune and Han, and just be like, hey, so if you want to hang out outside, that's totally cool.
Creeps.
As you walk away, I'm just gonna mouth one last time.
So okay, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
He takes the Tectune kind of grabs the coin purse off of Molly and like passes you 5 platinum, and then just to make sure that you don't donate.
Oh, you
all
have money.
Yeah, and
oh no. This money Tectune should know me.
I think Tectune is like torture god, might force things to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah.
It's like, we'll just let's go get the good shit.
How don't you take the coin purse?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I snatch it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go.
Let's go shopping.
All right, you guys go, and Molly, you are now in the Temple of Novulu with Han.
Okay. All right, Han. I don't really know how this works, but we might have to do some prayer.
I figured that would happen.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Do we have a plan aside? Like, what are we going to do here?
I kind of think I already offered something to the dude at the front. That might count as torture. I don't really know. I'm just gonna pray and see what happens, and just know that you're off limits. So.
Oh, okay, that's good enough. Should I put away my blowgun? You realize what he can do is he can just tuck it down or have it up. That's all he can do.
Deep throating his blowgun.
It's mounted.
Oh, mounted. So it's. I thought you meant like tuck it down, like he just like swallowed it and then like regurgitates it. Ew. Sorry, I didn't need that image. God, that's gross in my head. Okay.
And that was all you.
Yeah, no, I put that there. I made that happen. I am in a prison of my own making.
Wow, is that Molly or you?
Both. It's all coming together. Yeah, if you want to hang out, well, I'm just going to go find like the most sacred looking spot, like the most forward. I'm going to like push people aside if there are people praying. And I'm just going to get to the front, in front of the biggest altar.
Okay. You make your way up to this altar. A lot of blood, a lot of body parts on there. There's an eyeball that's in a state of decay. There's a hand that is curled holding a dagger. There's also some like torture implements and a broken club.
Okay. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I made my offering. Is there any like burnt flesh left on the iron?
No, that came right off.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna like tap off any ash from that onto the altar, just in case there's anything left. I'm gonna put it away, and I'm just gonna kneel down and just like commune.
As you start to commune, you see inside the altar a goblin's face.
Well, hello, child. Are you here to pray to Our Lady? Do you have any questions or need guidance?
I have been in touch.
And you see as they disappear behind there, and you hear the sound of like biting, and this scream comes from underneath the altar. They come back out, and they have a finger that they're chewing on and swallowing.
I'm okay. I prefer a little bit more elegance as the chosen of Novulu in my torture.
The chosen, you say?
Would you like me to prove it to you?
Yes.
Show me your hand.
You see the hand comes out, just dripping in blood, and has a part of a liver on it.
Okay. You're gonna want to eat that liver real quick.
Do you want it?
No. I had a whole small intestine for lunch.
Oh, those much better than the large intestine. You gotta clean those out.
Yeah. I mean, there was a fair amount of cleaning. Eat the liver. All
He
right.
eats the liver and licks the blood off of his hand.
I take the hand and I make like a thumb screw out of nowhere, and I ruin his day.
He doesn't seem to react as you do it.
Fancy. You are the chosen. Release the thumb, please.
I take out my knife and I cut the thumb off.
He just kind of nods. And then you watch as he mutters and the thumb grows back.
That's fancy. That's fancy.
You can keep that. Have fun.
And he shuts the curtain. And you now have...
I just put it on... I put it on top.
All right. Are you praying to Novulu?
I am praying to Novulu. I'm just checking in. I'm just doing a little check-in.
Are you saying anything in particular or asking anything?
No, just letting her know that I'm on the trail with somebody she's going to be pretty excited about me meeting. And I'm a little nervous, but, you know, it's been a lot of years in the making. I'm really looking forward to the experience. I'm grateful for her guidance and whatever role she played in getting me here.
So you take some time and you probably spend 20 minutes praying and having this conversation, just feeling out being in the temple of Novulu and all of the torturing you've done. You feel that you are heard and smiled upon by Novulu. It's a new feeling to have this appreciation. And you definitely feel chosen in this moment in a way you probably haven't felt before.
No, well, the feeling of being chosen up to this point has been profoundly bad.
This is probably the first time that you have felt good with Novulu.
Okay. Sweet. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to ask for anything. I'm not going to push anything. I'm just going to be feeling good. I'm going to turn to Han and say, Han, you still all there? Didn't nobody try to take your nose?
He said, that was terrifying.
Yeah, we can talk more about this outside.
I'm good. That goblin guy was weird, though.
Yeah. No, I really wasn't. I was reciprocating his energy. I wasn't necessarily stoked on it.
Yeah.
It's a religion thing. Sometimes you just gotta go whole hog, even if your brain's not 100% in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably not.
well, let's go outside. We're just
Yeah,
gonna go outside.
Let's go.
Let's get some fresh air. It smells like liver in here.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah, the iron and
Yeah.
like blood, but more iron. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Felicity, at this time, are you looking for any particular type of? Are you looking for a tavern, like a bistro? Do you want food?
Um, yeah, I think a nice sit down restaurant. Take my boy Tectoon out.
All right.
Your boy.
As you
Oh.
get there, you see a half elf comes out to as you get seated. Like, can I get you anything, dear?
Would love a menu.
They reach into their apron and give you a menu. It's
Thank you.
it's actually surprisingly well priced. But so you
This
know
is the time you're having. I chopped off the dude's thumb after thumb screwing it, and you got a well-priced meal.
but it's like, do you know docs? How all of the sandwiches are named after doctors? All of the sandwiches
Yeah.
are named after gods.
Oh God, literally.
There is a sandwich called the Atheist, and it's just toast and butter.
At least they toasted it.
Is there a fish sandwich? Which god is that?
Oh, that would be Huvak, the goddess of breathing seas.
Uvok.
You like breathing the sea.
I do. It's very salty. I'll take this this Uvok one. That whatever that is.
Do you want something to drink?
Is there anything non-affiliated?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, like I'll just have water.
How apt. They give you water.
Thanks.
Are you sure you don't want one of the drinks? We have a Huvak drink. It's lightning in a bottle.
No, one item related to Uvok is enough. Thank you.
He giggles at one item as you have water.
Yeah, sorry.
Tectoon orders a sandwich of Malfi, which is like kimchi, and it's like aged pickled foods.
Yum.
And then he just gets a scotch.
Maybe you gotta be by that guy. Maybe that's your god. The goddess, the god of pickling.
Pulling.
Yeah.
So you're currently sitting there, and he's like, so this whole torture thing, I am not quite sure how I feel about it.
You know, I try to not feel too deeply about the things that Molly does and just sort of let Molly do what she needs to do.
I mean, it's nice to know that we're not going to be tortured.
I mean, she could try.
Well, I will say, in her defense, you didn't hit her when you were out to kill her earlier. Now,
Yeah, I still think about that missed opportunity. It keeps being brought up to me like I really should have, or that everyone was expecting me to. So I just...
well, if you get bored, there
Yeah.
is the goddess of assassinations. Ipsy would probably want to have a conversation. But I don't think you want to kill Molly. I mean, I know you
No.
don't want to admit it, but I think you like Molly. Even though they make jokes at your expense, but you do the same.
It is a mutually beneficial relationship.
Like lichen.
Yeah. That's the green water stuff, right?
It grows on like rocks and trees and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's a symbiotic
partners.
organism.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds about right.
Or like the birds that clean the stuff out of animal teeth, like the ones that go into like the alligators and just like pick at the stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't let Molly near my teeth, but I understand the point you're trying to make.
Oh, I forgot about the dentist. Do you remember the dentist?
Mm-hmm. The tooth fairy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
We can go back there.
Nah.
You
Do you
guys
think,
find
does
all
she still
kinds of...
have that tooth?
I think she still has the thing, but it's like way in the back, remember?
Oh God, it's such a bad place for a fang.
You know,
You can't really close my mouth fully.
I think, yeah, you know, Molly has interesting decisions, but that makes for a good book. Oh, speaking of book, do you have any notes you want included in your vampire escapades?
Do I have any notes?
Yeah, anything you want
Mm,
specifically mentioned or like not mentioned?
I mean, I trust you to paint me in a otherworldly, flatteringly beautiful light.
Yes, lots of
So
keeling.
I think that's about it. That would be my only note. I guess, mention the queen or whatever.
Yeah.
She's probably pretty important.
Yeah,
but-
Molly said I should mention her a lot more. So.
Oh. I mean, not more than like me though.
No, of course,
right?
like your name's on the cover.
Thank God. Yeah, that would be my only note. I trust you implicitly.
I appreciate that. You know, it's really nice to have like a bonded friendship type of thing.
Yeah.
And then your sandwich comes out. It has like
it's a McFish or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
fillet of fish.
Or is it
Yeah.
a fish fillet?
Yeah.
It
Sorry.
is
That's
similar
the
to it.
McFish.
There is one. It was two sandwiches. One that is like fish and chips style, and then one that is like a cedar plank salmon on like a sourdough bread, and there's kind of a salty sauce finish on both of them.
Gosh. We should get this kind of food on the ship.
I think the bread is going to be the problem. It all have to be made fresh, and plus the sourdough, you know.
I mean, like, Hetty's got time.
I know I'm not
She
here,
cooked
but I can
what,
make 5
3
feet of
times
ice a day.
We'll just
she's
need
got
to get
time
a
make
lot
bread.
of flour.
Sounds expensive.
Well, flour's not that expensive, but if it gets wet, then it's bad. Then you're done.
Ugh,
Then it's bread.
so true. I'll
Plus the oven, like
Oh. We don't already have one of those?
yeah, we do, but I don't know, if she's making all the other food, she may need a bread oven. I don't know. I don't make bread. I just eat it.
Yeah, same.
You smell the very pungent odor of all of the pickled things on Tectoon's sandwich. It's very vinegar.
My whiskers kind of curl just a little bit.
You vent.
But luckily, the smell of the fish can overpower it as you eat yours.
Yes.
All right, you have a very good meal with Tectoon.
Aw.
About 3/4 through, Molly, I'm assuming you would just leave the temple.
Yeah, I think we're on our way out.
The guy's tears seem to have dried on the outside. And he looks over at you, Molly.
Mm-hmm. You look great, and you're gonna look great for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I hit it spot on. It's not even off center or anything, and I went pretty quick. So
As you start to turn, you hear a noise from Han, and you see the guy had a blowgun in his own hand, and now he has like a dart speared through his hand, that because he was going to shoot you with a dart, and Han's like, got it.
Okay. That was really cute.
He's just like,
And then you want to know why your god chose me and not you? Because if I tried to pull that shit on you, you'd be dead. Actually, you'd be paralyzed for a while, and then you'd be dead.
and he's trying to decide if he should pull or push it all the way through.
Oh,
Yeah,
He just yanks.
you work on that, okay?
He's crying to himself and like dripping blood.
You look great. I don't know what you're so upset about. And then I just walk away.
So Tectoon was the one facing this, and we watch as he like pauses on his sandwich. Just Molly's
What?
coming, and just
oh, God, can I have like just a few minutes to eat a meal without somebody talking about torture?
I rolled a
or
16
bombs?
perception check to hear her
yeah.
whine about
You
this
start
approach.
you start hearing the whining.
I just, man, it's just gross. You know, I love killing people, but the whole drawing it out thing when there's really no reason and just all the bombs, the smell. My God, Tectoon, the smell.
Yeah, she just licks and licks at the same spots, and they just smell like wet cat. It's like, what's the point? It's like it's never gonna get clean. It's not like a bath. She's just making the same spots smell more like her mouth, which already smelled like fish. It's just, I don't get it. The smell, Tectoon, is miserable. What dumb shit are y'all eating?
God-based sandwiches.
Ooh. Molly's gonna sit down.
Mhm.
You
pull up a
just
chair and sit at the
Mhm.
table.
Yeah.
The half elf comes up.
I will not talk about bombs. I will not talk about torture. I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about torture. I want to have a nice meal with my friends.
Dear, what can I get you to eat?
She'll have the Novulu, whatever that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have that. Thanks. And then what Tectoon's drinking?
All right, you get a scotch.
Mhm.
What would this be? Okay, so you get
Or like absurdly spicy or something that hurts.
Yeah. It's
It
just a
is-
nail through a piece of bread.
it is like chopped offal. So there's like heart and
Mm.
liver and kidneys.
Mhm.
That's all been seared, and it comes with a deep spicy red wine sauce on top of it on rye bread.
Honestly, you nailed this. Thank you. Molly eats it.
It's quite good. It seems like a lot of places don't know how to cook organs like that, but they did a very good job. It's not too
Yeah.
chewy. It probably is a little off-putting if you're not used to eating that type of food. But-
Molly's not, but she's just doing it.
My turn.
So you have your meal,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't talk about torture.
Delicious. I don't talk about torture. I don't talk about bombs. I do briefly mention poison safety for like 3 seconds, but like cut myself off when I realize what I'm doing.
All right. So now that you've finished your meal,
Mm-hmm.
where are you going? Are you looking for the cart type of thing? Or are you getting other supplies?
I think we need to just supply up and get a cart ready.
Okay.
So,
Are you
I think
renting
that's, like-
or buying?
I'll look at the cost for both if that's okay.
Yeah, so animals and transports. It depends on if you want someone to like drive the cart, because you can charter someone to like carry you places.
Oh, yeah. How much would it cost to just charter like a big cart?
To take
Or
you
charter 2 carts?
to take you up to the
Yeah.
let's see. So buying a carriage without any transporting is going to be 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
It can transport 4 people and 2 drivers.
Okay.
And then 2 horses draw it.
So we'd need 2 carts anyway, basically. Oh no, if 2 of us were driving. But...
Well, let's see, because there's Felicity, Molly, Tectune, Ruth, and
The wizard.
Ullman.
And Ullman?
That's
Ullman?
5. So if one of you sits up front, Han doesn't really count because he floats in there.
Yeah. He just sort of hangs.
Yeah. So you could get 1 if someone sits outside. Or I would make it so you could just get a larger cart. Transporting there and back, if you want them to wait while you do whatever you need to do, that'll cost extra too. But it would be about 25 gold to rent.
Okay. Are you cool if we just charter?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's just charter.
And that'll
If we
be
can charter a bigger wagon,
Yeah.
then yeah, we'll pay extra if we have to.
Okay. That'll just be like 31 gold.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said 25, right?
Purse.
So it'll be
Mhm.
26
Yeah.
gold. It's only 1 extra gold to get it a little bigger.
Oh, nice. So we can all be in it.
Yep. And that'll be with 2 drivers and 2 beasts of burden.
Sweet. Well, no, shoot.
What?
So is arcane magic only disallowed within the city, or is like within the country too?
Within the country, but because that city, like you were in the borders. The city borders the borders of the country.
Okay.
You could do that. What are you worried about? Like carrying the wizard with you?
I'm worried about these people are gonna get upset if they see we have a straight up hardcore wizard,
Where
like wizard's wizard.
if there's not a lot of area to go with the wizard. I mean, if you went through the forest and cut up, it wouldn't be on a road. But if you went through
It's
the
more
road,
I'm worried about the people driving the cart. Because we can hide the wizard in the cart from other people. It's the people who are working and driving with us.
you could probably
That's what I'm worried
pay
about.
them for their silence.
Okay, yeah, we can work on that. I wanna find like the 2 people I think with like the least religious iconography on them.
It takes you a little bit, but you find someone who has regret, who is the god of expansion, and the other one has like a little bit of everything, but it's like a necklace of all of the god symbols.
Oh, I've played that game, yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Y'all are coming.
They go, okay. They get the horses. You see that they are Clydesdales.
Aww.
Ooh, they're so pretty.
Love a big beefy horse.
And then we also get let's do you have 2 weeks of supplies on you. Should we get more? Let's get another 2 weeks just in case.
Can we,
Okay.
I mean,
The
can we
cart.
ask the drivers how long of a journey we're in for?
Yeah, we could check in. We could absolutely do our due diligence if you
So
want to.
if you go up the road to Porun, that is disputed between Levea, and that is going to be the closest city between where you need to go and where you are. So that'll take a week to get there, and then you're basically at spot.
Yeah, and we
So-
can just teleport from this spot.
And
So maybe just a week's worth of supplies.
but
for the
also
journey.
you don't know
Mhm.
where in spot your guy is.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
So
if we have the supplies to get us there, then you have 2 weeks.
if
Mhm.
you
So
were
we've
to
got 2 weeks to figure it
traverse all of spot, like around the borders, that would
Mhm.
take 2 to 3 weeks if you searched everywhere.
Okay. What
But
if we got like another like 10 days or something?
Sure. I think that's great.
Just to
Yeah.
go down the middle.
and then it's gonna be a week to get back. So
Well, we might just teleport from there and pay them. Be like,
Okay.
hey, you're going back on your own.
all right,
But yeah, well, if you want to get an extra 10 days, then perfect.
all right. So you get 10 days of rations. Do you know the cost of that?
No.
So food and drink, trail rations.
Paid
They
for
are
in my
5
taxes.
silver pieces per day.
So 5 times 7 times 10, if we're paying for these people too.
Oh yeah, do we need to do that for the drivers?
You said 10 silver pieces per day?
5
What?
silver pieces per day.
Okay.
So a gold per 2 days.
5 times 7, Jesus. 35 gold for everybody for 10 days. I say we do it. We'll comp their meals and hope that that puts us in better graces.
All right.
Bless me.
So you are all stocked up. You get your carriage. Do you have the conversation with the gentleman, or are you waiting till you encounter your wizard? Or leave the
I think as
city.
we get close.
Okay, so you leave
So
the
once
city.
we're out of the city, we can have that convo.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you managed to go buy everything you needed at the market. Again, religious iconography everywhere. You pass some more temples that are around the area. And let's see. So you guys teleported here, so not a whole lot of time passed. Let me just see if there's any holidays that you have to deal with.
Oh, are they going to take the
really
holidays
funny.
off?
Yeah, everything closes down.
I get it.
Uria.
Uvula?
Okay, it is 3. Nope, there are no holidays you have to deal with. So, but you know that you have 2 months before the sun disappears for 3 months.
Oh,
Okay.
And this is normal, like it
All right.
disappears over 3 days
Right.
and then it's gone. Yeah. But it is very cold. It is the month of Del Dawn, which you have just entered, which is called death. So things are starting to die, or it's like just evergreens that are around.
A crisp fall afternoon. I can smell the leaves.
So
Hey, check in with the dudes up front.
sure. They are currently sitting up front having a conversation about one of them is talking about their girlfriend who is
oh,
and they're having a fight because she wants to have 2 kids and he only wants 1, and yeah, it's kind of that back and forth. Just like small
Yeah.
talk.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, I really do. We kind of have this thing. We don't need you to do anything extra. It's more that we need you to like not do a certain thing. And that thing is freak out when we put a wizard in the cart.
You see they give each other a look. And there's one of them is older. He's probably 40. The other one is maybe in his early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "You can buy our silence for 5 gold."
How about I buy your cooperation for 10 gold?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about a wizard. I just saw this old man, an eccentric old man, that
Yeah,
you
my
are
sweet,
escorting.
my poor grandfather.
Oh,
Yes.
poor guy.
Yeah. He's a good man. He's lost his wits about him. He waves his arms around and plays with lanterns.
Mutters a lot.
Sweet fellow. And I give them both 10 gold.
Like 10 gold total or 10 gold apiece?
Oh, sorry. We'll do when they said 5 gold, would I have interpreted that as 5 gold apiece?
Mhm.
Okay, then I give them 10 gold apiece.
They hop out, and you have set up camp. It's probably 3 in the afternoon. Do you want to travel, or are you setting up like an afternoon camp? And
I think it's 3. It's afternoon. It's a nice day. Maybe we just take some time to chill for the
All right.
afternoon.
We'll
get going tomorrow.
They go up to the door and open it, let you guys out.
I introduce them to the crew.
All right. They introduce, everyone's particularly nice, pretty friendly. The gentlemen actually help set up like their tents and their places to sleep. They set loose the horses, and Tectoon kind of interacts with the horses. You guys spend a good chunk of the evening just relaxing, which you haven't really had because you've been traveling by sea, which may be relaxing to Felicity, but to most people is not an ideal situation. Is there anything you want to do at that time?
I just kind of want to ingratiate myself with Ullman and with our traveling like dudes.
Okay. Talking about anything in particular, just small talk?
Our guides. Just like small talk, whatever they want to talk about. Just kind of getting to know them a little bit better. Maybe get some history on Ullman.
Ullman,
I'm sure he has a lot of it. Get him and Ruth talking, especially.
So Ullman looks to you and says, "So, can I talk?" Or like he's trying to.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're clear.
Oh, he just okay, perfect.
We hashed that out. Don't worry.
He says, so he and Ruth start having this conversation, and Ullman is talking about how he knew a Samsaran woman years ago, and he had a relationship with them, and it just didn't work out because he was so wrapped in his studies, and he couldn't keep track all of her lives at the time. So ended pretty amicably, but he kind of regrets it. And Ruth is like, "Oh, we can figure out who that person is, if they're still alive, and all of that stuff." And he's like, "No, she's living her life, and I'd much rather that she be happy." So, and then he passes the pipe to Ruth, and Ruth starts making tea. And Felicity, do you want to have anything at this time? Any conversations or?
I think. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Whatever
I
you're
think I'll
eating, it
just hang
looks
out and
delicious.
Oh, it's just literally just rice with sriracha and soy sauce and a little bit of Kewpie mayo.
So yes, it is delicious.
I think I want to just kind of listen to Ullman talk. I think Felicity's a little nervous about the journey. So I think she's gonna hang out and just sort of listen for a change.
Okay. After Ullman has like some talking with Ruth, he turns to you, Molly, and says, and to you and Felicity, "So, what are we doing here in this world, this part of the world?"
Delivering a letter.
I really wish that there was yeah. In all honesty, delivering a letter. Given the opportunity, I'm gonna enact some pretty hefty revenge. You're welcome to be a part. No obligation to join in that. It's gonna get a little personal, and I don't expect you to involve yourself of anyone's volition but your own.
The carriage drivers are there too, and they don't seem particularly worried. He's like, so not just a letter. Is the letter, is it poisoned, or how do you plan on doing this?
I got plenty of other ways to poison, don't worry. The letter, I don't know.
Terrifying,
we're not supposed
but okay.
to open it. And yeah, I don't know what's in the letter, but we're going to deliver it, and then once the letter is delivered, and we have what we need, I will, make my identity known, and I will take what I need to, and we'll be on our way. Easy peasy.
So-
We've done it 100 times.
How did they wrong you? If you don't mind my asking.
How great is your eyesight? And I don't mean that in like an insulting way. I'm just curious.
I mean, I have these spectacles that help.
Okay. So when you look at me, what do you see? Like, look me in the eyes.
Well,
In the eye.
I'm looking at your eye, and I
Mhm.
see a very broken person who's trying to discover their place in the world.
Yeah. So all those little broken bits
Is that
kind of
that?
started with him.
How did he do that? Like just like melon baller or?
You know, it's been 100 years. I'm sure you understand. Like, kind of hard to remember that, like the specifics of the tools that far back. But I'm sure it was something akin to a spoon.
So why did they do this to you? Just for funsies? A little
I mean, at
hootin'
that
and
point,
hollering?
kind of.
Was it a
little hootin' and
drinking
hollering.
game?
No. It was a little bit more professional than that. I made a career of performing small to large slights. Not against this person in particular, but against people like them.
Hmm.
And they wanted to find my friends. And so they found my friends and did what they had to do that.
And are your friends still alive, or is it just you now?
You know, I'm pretty sure it's just me.
Unfortunate. Well, he slaps his knee. I'll help you out as much as I can.
Well, Ullman,
Aw.
I sincerely appreciate it. And yeah, just know that I've got some other stuff we're sort of sorting out. So if things get too heavy, know that you are perfectly safe from me, and you're not required to be a part of anything I may do.
Well, I have to be honest. Unless something drastically changes, I will die in 47 days.
We can drag this out 47 days.
We don't have to pay him.
No, I'm just no. That's kind of wild, Ullman.
How do you know that?
Well, I made a deal with a witch.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I would live to be 117. And my birthday is in 47 days, and I turn 117, and I'm assuming I will probably die.
So would you consider that like a curse of some kind?
It was an opportunity.
I'm just wondering if we can undo that. If
Well,
you've put any effort into that.
I've thought about it, but the main question is, was my life extended to be 117 years, and then by breaking the curse, do I die?
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't really know the lifespan of a normal dragon. So,
Well, let's see. I may have it. I may need to edit that.
yeah. Oh, it's all
Because
good.
now that you mentioned it, I'm like, I thought.
I mean,
oh,
drows live. They're like elves, right?
Yeah, they're elves. They're delves.
Delves. Dark
Oh,
elves.
Dwelves.
I was off. We're gonna
You
go
edit
400.
where you need to.
417 years.
Mm.
Okay.
Because I totally forgot they were dark elves, and I went something else. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it was extended to. I think it was probably shortened, but I am much older in appearance than I should be. So I'm a little afraid of what could happen.
Okay.
So what did you get out of the deal?
I managed to stop a plague.
That's pretty noble.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped the plague because my family lived there. Little selfish.
Oh. Yeah, a little selfish.
I mean, it's noble.
okay.
It wasn't like,
We're all a little selfish.
yeah, it wasn't like I
selfish.
stopped the plague to keep like my hyper profitable farm afloat.
Yeah, big
You kept
pharma.
your family around. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm leaving the call.
I'm sorry.
The campaign ended on that joke. I'm sorry, guys. We're
Big
gonna
pharma.
call it here. This has all been one big 30-episode lead up to a pharma joke.
I do have to ask, as a wizard, were you a part of the nomadic community? Do you know
Oh.
anything about what happened?
All I know is someone called down meteors. And it wasn't a magic that I'm familiar with. It truly
Oh.
felt divine.
Oh.
Which, like, I understand the gods to some degree. I've worked with divine casters, hence why I know a little bit about Tectoon. But there's something about that magic that isn't right.
Interesting.
And especially a god that meddles in such a way raises many questions.
It's very specific.
To affect most leaders in Talia. There were only 4 that I can determine that survived.
Well, we got to figure out what's going on with those 4.
Do you know who those people are?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Sorry, Colton. I just realized he was probably a good person to ask questions.
No, you're fine. I just need to figure out where I wrote it in here. Okay. The only places that were not affected were Diane's Court, Shallow Ridge. Oh, I'm sorry, it was 5. Exile's Rest, the Wenian Federation, and West Front. But West Front died like the next day, but I don't think it happened the same way.
Okay.
Something
What
about
was the
that
second one? Sorry.
Shallow Ridge.
Shallow Ridge.
And the third one, sorry, that's
Exiles West.
Exiles West.
Rest, R-E-S-T.
Rest, sorry. Wenian Federation and West Front. Okay.
Okay.
If they were all killed by...
Curious.
I don't think they were all killed by meteors, but they all died the same night.
Interesting. So no magic user that you know of could call down a meteor like that. You're assuming it's
They
God
could, but
intervention.
not with no movement or speaking. It was just there.
So you saw it?
I didn't see it, but I was able to peer through the eyes of another and see it. Looking through their memories, you see.
Oh. So you don't know anything about the person that supposedly called down the meteor? You've never seen them before?
I don't think so. Nothing quite like that. The port master whom I met with tries to create that look, make people think that he did it, but I know he didn't. He is not that smart of a man.
No, he fully admitted to us that it wasn't him.
Yeah, he's just a face, and not even a very good one.
Oh.
But They say they came from Nerveno, which is strange, because no one lives in Nerveno.
No one?
Not many. It's even sparser than the last free lands of Avak. There are catfolk
Oh.
there and some humans, but it is remarkably poor. The only safe thing there is they have not been embroiled in war because of their isolation with the mountains up to their west and north.
Can you spell Nerveno real quick
I've
for me?
got it.
Oh, you do? Oh, sweet.
It was on the map. Well, interesting.
It is quite strange, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
And
I
unless
agree.
I can find some sort of answer there, which I doubt I will before I die, then I suppose I will not have the answers I seek.
Well, we'll work on getting some true resurrection spells lined up for you, okay?
Yeah, we can bring you back.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, right?
I'm going to die from old age. It doesn't work, not unless you can find a way to make me young again.
I mean, but we could like make you a zombie, right?
I appreciate you thinking of me. But I
Does
think
that
I
not
would
sound
like
fun?
I would like to remain myself.
Okay, you don't want us to like lit you up?
Lit you
It
up.
takes a lot of time to become a lich. And
Mm.
I looked at it, trust me. I thought about it. You can see that the carriage driver's like, what the fuck did we get into?
Hey, you got your 10 gold. Chill.
I make another jug of wine and I hand it to them.
They start drinking, and now they really are thinking, like, did we make a bad decision? My wisdom is up here.
Yeah. Look, y'all are gonna be fine. It's gonna get weird. It always gets weird. Like I don't know what it is with people asking things of us that are strange, but we'll be okay. Nobody's died on our watch yet.
So he turns to you, Felicity. And what is your goal? Are you helping your friend here? Is there some other thing you must do?
Hi, my name's Felicity. I'm in it for the money and nothing else.
We have a mutually beneficial relationship. I help Molly get places, I guess.
Mhm.
And she blows stuff up for me. I'm a captain.
The
I
hat
have
gives it
been for
away.
many. Thank you. It's very great, right? And prior to my current captainship, I was a captain on a ship called the Ruby Renegade, and they made the unfortunate decision to mutiny me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been recovering from that, and yeah, it ended up in the astral plane, the ship. So eventually we'll have to go there.
Have you been to the astral plane before?
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
It will be an adventure. You will need
Yeah,
a
'cause
good
I really
caster
want
to bring
that
you there
ship.
and back. And getting your ship out of there, you may want to consider allying with some powerful entities on that side.
I know
Astral
a gal.
beings.
Do you have any recommendation?
Hmm. Well, Frida. Ask for Frida.
Frida. Like in the astral plane
In the
or
astral
before we
plane.
go? Oh.
Getting your
Frida.
ship through there without Frida will be hard. She will probably have a heavy price. But your ship will pass through.
Mm.
If not, I don't think you want to captain in the astral plane.
I don't know. It could be fun.
there's not as much money to be made.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I do like money.
Yeah, money is quite good.
But yeah, that's and I'd like to take revenge on the person that took over for me as captain, but they're currently in the astral plane. So I think it's two birds with one stone there, really. So yeah. Vengeance. Take back my property.
One other thing about the astral plane. Time doesn't pass within it.
Oh.
So, if you're in there too long, when you leave, everything that has happened to you happens at once. Hunger,
Oh.
thirst, aging, injuries.
Oh, so we couldn't just take you there.
I could stay there and live in the astral plane, but I could never come home.
Would you want to?
I think it would be a good thing to die at some point.
Well, but you could just come back when you were ready.
I don't think it sounds like a pleasant experience just to suddenly desiccate and die.
Could be fun. I don't know.
I've seen Indiana Jones. I know how that ends.
Could be fun.
Oh, the great hero of our time.
Yes. Old
The Ark of the Covenant.
You know, I've heard about those Nazis.
Them Nazis.
Nazis.
Daggum Nazis.
Anyways.
That
well, you are
hopefully
just
help
a
you.
font of knowledge.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
I
you.
think if you ended up there and couldn't make it out, you'd want to know that you may be stuck there forever.
That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Unless you have
That
something
is
that'll
good
make
to
you functionally immortal.
I know a gal. I mean, I got a god. I don't know about you.
Figure it out for
I just
myself.
gotta ask hard enough, apparently.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna call it for the night, I think. I think Molly's gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Get rested up for the morning.
All right. And as you guys slowly drift off to sleep, we're going to end it.
Oh.
Ooh.
We're gonna go on a quest, and I'm gonna make somebody feel real bad.
I knew you'd be excited. I've been waiting. This thing has been ready for months.
Did you write down the title?
I did. I loved it from very early on. But teleportation is measured with your heart.
Aww.
I like that.
I love that.
It was so good. It was so good.
I like that one. That's great.
Yeah.
So our next game, we said that was going to be the 24th, right?
Yeah, if that works for you.
Yeah, that works for me. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.